How you going, people? Alright, let's go over some videos here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the wheelchair crime. I'm going to talk about the cops shooting from the cars in Minnesota at people in their homes. And I'm going to talk about the lady that gets knocked out. Black lady got knocked out by the black officer. And I'm going to talk about the horsey incident. So, let's start it off with a good one. The comments on this video are freaking hilarious, man. You guys, I mean, that's why I love my audience, because there's some funny ass shit in these comments. Let me try to find some of these. This one says, I guess he couldn't stand for injustice anymore. Now that's a man that uses his American Disabilities Act. Remember, this is on the wheelchair crime. Guess you could say it was a rolling crime wave. Perhaps they got off on the wrong foot. Did they use spike strips to catch him? Keep your trigger toe off the boom boom button. He's a lowly foot soldier. This dude in court will have the upper hand. Drop your weapon, place your feet in the air. Sheepdog, that's just wrong. I'd love to see how sporting a Rolex looks around his ankle on the armless band. Pinky toe takedown. Hey, that's it. When it's all you got available, you got to grab it. A bag of marbles would screw up their getaway plans. Give the guy behind the foot stopper put some hand sanitizer on as he's walking out. That's just wrong, man. You guys are really mean. I can't believe I'm laughing. Eddie Murphy on the opening scene of Trading Places. Remember, he was a no-legged man. He got up. Now, you know, you heard the old saying, man, that cost me an arm and a leg. Now it'll cost him both arms. Hands up. Took playing tank to a new level. That was pretty funny. Because he had one leg out, get at a tank, and he was moving back and forth like a turd. Won't find any blood on his hands. It appears crime is afoot. Get it? Crime afoot, happening, foot, feet. Cripple tipping, a fun fast. That's just wrong. That's not funny. I shouldn't even laugh at that. Do they take toe prints? You know, that's a pretty interesting thing. I'm wondering if you book a dude with no arms. I would probably take toe prints. I mean, that's the only way to ID him. I mean, without an iris scan, but that's really a pretty good question. And disabled people are pretty capable. I agree. Okay, so now that we've had a couple laughs, let's get to where I piss off some people. So in this video where the cops are driving down Minnesota, everybody's like, where's it at? Where's it at? I put the link. Somebody confirmed that it was in Minnesota. They were driving down the streets of Minnesota. It was National Guard and the police, and they were shooting at people in their homes, standing on their front porch. And the cop said, light them up. And they lit them up. And some of the arguments that I just don't get is, it's only a paintball. It's not real bullets. I'm like, are you kidding me? You can't stand on your front porch? It's one thing to say you can't be in public areas, but to shoot you on your own front porch, and I got people justifying. I mean, I'm just shocked at some of the comments I'm getting on look, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You ain't got to agree with me. I just don't understand how you get there. I mean, if somebody's got a different opinion and they can articulate it and make it reasonable, I'm okay. I'll even change my opinion. But when you just say, well, what do you expect them to do, Rick? It's a riot. What do you expect them to do? I mean, they have to do something. I mean, I can't believe the amount of justification for cops doing what they do. And I mean, some of the things I'm hearing is like, they can't do anything else. People are looting. What do you want them to do? They caused this with their brutal. They caused this by not being responsive to the community. They caused this, and now, in the name of them causing it, you're okay with them shooting people on their front porch. I don't freaking get it. To me, this is the most egregious act I can think of by our government. I mean, you people who are justifying this and these other two videos, I'm kind of like, you would be okay with, the cops didn't know there were kids at Waco when they killed them. It wasn't their fault. When the cops shot the UPS van 400 times with 100 innocent people around them, you would be like, well, I'm okay with that. They had to shoot the bad guy. They had to catch him. And if a few hundred pesky citizens die, well, that's okay. Government's just doing its job, man. You need to support government, Rick. Are you freaking? And now I got people blaming me because I'm doing what the press should be doing, holding government accountable, pointing out their arbitrary use of excessive force, and I'm being called an instigator. There's people coming here saying, I'm trying to start a civil war. I'm the blame for what these cops are doing. Are you freaking kidding me? So in this video, where the black woman gets punched by the black dude, she hits the cop twice in the face, and the black dude sucker punches her from the rear in the jaw, knocks her ass out. She falls like a cut down tree timber and hits her freaking head on the concrete. And I bet you 90% of the comments are, I'm okay with that. She acted like a man. She gets what she deserves. I'm okay with that. He was protecting her partner. Hey man, the cops have a right to defend. People, you can't give government an inch or they'll take a mile. Government needs to be held accountable, and they need to follow the law. The law says minimum force necessary. I had people asking me, Rick, what would you do? I would have probably done a hair pull takedown. I might have grabbed her behind from the neck and taken her to the ground. I might have grabbed her wrist and done a reverse wrist lock takedown. There's a lot of ways I could have got her to the ground. But to punch her, a grown-ass man, full force, even though his punch was kind of pussy and he didn't know how to throw a punch, it was straight arm swing, more like he was swinging a ball on a chain. But regardless, a grown-ass man punching a woman from behind, Rick, even though she hit him, look, if this cop, the white cop, would have hit her when she punched him, would have immediately swung back and took her to the ground, I would have been okay with that. Because he was responding to her in an immediate action and emotional response. This cop behind her didn't get hit and wasn't in danger. And he took a full force swing and knocked a woman from behind to the ground. So you people that are okay with this because she hit the cop first, then you would be okay if a 7-year-old child walked up to a cop and punched him in the face. And then another cop punched him in the back of the head and knocked him out. You'd be okay with that, right? Well, no, Rick, that's a child. Well, no, Rick, that's a woman. Well, no, that's a man. It's not, it doesn't matter. What matters and what the point is and what I try to educate people on is government's required. They're by law required to use minimum force. Why? Because they're tyrannical, because they have guns, weapons, because they have the advantage, because they can take away your ability to be free. They can lock you up. They can take you away from your family. They can take away your ability to earn a living, to have a job. They have to be held with huge restraints. And you people that want to justify this shit because she's a black woman. I mean, I could go to the race card and go, oh, you're just okay that she got hit because she's black because you're racist. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're okay that government can attack somebody from behind with excessive force just because she hit him first, to me, is bullshit. And to me, everything I've been trying to educate people on failed to the freaking gutter on this one, because I cannot believe that 90% of my audience is freaking okay with that cop punching that woman in the back of the head. And again, if it was a child, would you be okay if he punched it? No, Rick, not a child. Okay, if he was 14, would you be okay? If he was 10? If it was a female child? If it was a mentally challenged child, would you be okay with it? Oh, no, Rick. You shouldn't be okay with it for anybody. It's wrong. It's excessive. He didn't have to do it. He did it because he's a bully, because he has power, because he knows he can, and because he's not afraid of losing his job or going to jail like you pesky citizens. Man, I was freaking just going crazy reading these comments. But you know what? Everyone's coming here calling me the racist. I'm defending the black woman, and I'm the racist all the freaking time. Out freaking rageous. I hold government accountable. I don't care about color. I hold government accountable to the law, and that's what they should be, and that's what every American should be doing, and we wouldn't be in this fucking mess we're in right now because people run around, well, it's okay if it's this person, well, it's okay if it's this person, it's okay if it's this color, if it's not okay if it's this color. It's bullshit. Government needs to be held strictly accountable, more accountable than the citizens, because they have training and government equipment and numbers and radios and backup. They need to be held more accountable and held more in restraint than the citizens. And it's freaking crazy that so many people that I thought would have a better view on this are okay with this. But like I said, you're entitled to your opinion. We can disagree. And last but not least is where the horse ran over that girl. I heard more damn lame ass excuses from people that it's almost like default. If you're a good person, your default is I gotta support the cops. Because if I don't support the cops, I'm a bad person. People are coming here, cops, everybody coming here telling me, how dare you, you're this, you hate cops, it's like default position is in order to be a good person, you gotta support the cops. Almost like default, you gotta say no black people do anything wrong, otherwise you're a racist. Because if you say black people do something wrong, oh no, you're a racist. If you say a cop does something, you're not a good person. You don't support the police. I mean, I just don't freaking get it, people. Government has extreme power and ability to abuse that power. And if they're not, and our founders knew that, and they put the Constitution in there for the explicit reason to restrict government, to hold government to a high standard. You have to take an oath to defend and support the Constitution, because the Constitution is the only thing that stands between tyrannical government and slaves and citizens that are being abused by government. And I'm just like, it just freaking boggles my mind when I read the excuses that people are. The big excuse on this horse is, I don't think the horse saw her. I don't think the cops saw her. I don't think it was intentional. I think it was an accident. I don't give a shit. Government's not allowed to make accidents every freaking day and have the public go, oh, well, it was just an accident. I mean, if all government could do that, they would just run around in their cars and run people over every day and go, it was an accident. I didn't see him. And I'd have idiots that came here defending this horse thing saying, well, Rick, cops aren't perfect. Maybe they didn't see him when they ran through the crowd and ran over 50 people. I mean, maybe the horse didn't see him. Maybe the cop didn't see him. I don't care. He's responsible and accountable. He's got a 1,200-pound animal that can hurt people. He's got a gun that can hurt people. Oh, Rick, it's okay. He shot somebody. He didn't mean to. His finger slipped and it hit the trigger. And now your family member's dead. And you're going to be here. Well, it's okay. The cop made a mistake. He didn't see his finger on a trigger. He didn't mean to shoot the guy in the head. He didn't mean to fire his gun when it was on automatic. He thought it was on semi. I mean, the fucking excuses that I got on this fucking horse video, I was like pulling my fucking hair out. It was just irritating the shit out of me. I'm like, come on, people, use your fucking head. This ain't personal. I ain't trying to attack the cop for no reason. I'm attacking government to point out the arbitrary just abuse and bully and non-accountability. And the problem is with you idiots, and I'm calling you an idiot, and you want to subscribe and go cry in the fucking corner and use your last piece of toilet paper to wipe your freaking tears. I don't care. Government needs to be held accountable. And when you sit here and freaking defend them, and your default is, well, maybe the cop didn't see him. Maybe the cop made a mistake. Maybe the woman walked in front of the horse, Rick. Maybe we don't know the full story. Look, when you have a video of a 1,200-pound animal running over a small female, your default should be, why the hell did this happen? Is somebody checking into it? Is somebody being held accountable? What the hell is going on? Your default shouldn't be, I gotta protect the cops because I'm a good person, and if I say something against the police, people will think I'm bad and mean, I'm an anarchy, I'm Antifa, I'm Black Lives Matter, and I don't want to be part of them. If you stand on the side of right, it shouldn't freaking matter, people. To me, government's held accountable and they're responsible. And they're held to the letter of law at a much higher standard
than other people. It's BS. They have training. They're getting paid to be there. They have legal protections. They have government protections. They have government powers to take away your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That's why the Constitution is there. And you freaking idiots come here attacking me because I'm defending the pesky citizens with no power that are totally at the whim of government, that they want to take away our guns and they want to lock us up in our homes and shoot us on our front porch, run us over with horses, and you people are calling me the bad guy? Man, you guys freaking need to get a freaking life. Go find another fucking channel, unsubscribe. I don't give a shit. You come here attacking me because I'm standing up to government? Fuck you. How about that? Now, I knew I was going to get pissed off. I'm glad I did the good video with the fucking funny comments. All right. Well, we'll end that. Look, I know I got some great, good, loyal viewers, and I really appreciate the comments and the good constructive. And I even appreciate the guys that called me accountable and go, dude, you missed it on this one. Did you know about this? Or, hey, you misread this. I got it. When it's not personal, I'm not perfect. I get it. And it makes me a better person when you guys, and I have a whole bunch of people looking at me, and I gotta fucking be on my, like a damn midget at a urinal every freaking day and always on my toes, because when I make a mistake, I'm told about it like 50 times. So I get it, but I'm okay with that because that makes me better. It makes me pay attention. But man, to come here and freaking defend government and blame me? Wow. Anyway, hope y'all have a nice day. Hey, if I wasn't talking to you, don't take it personal. If you were one of the freaking idiots that I was talking to, well, then go cry in the corner. I don't give a shit. All right, we'll end that there. Y'all have a good one.